The Genki Force program just dropped in Madden 24, and it's hands down one of the more confusing promos in this game. Let me explain. Now, Solsose family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day. And without further ado, let's get it started by talking about what to do first to get a free 96 overall champion. Now, hold on. Before we do that, on the screen right here is a $10 Xbox gift card. The first person to put in those digits is getting $10 for free. You know how it works, boys. If you want another giveaway in tomorrow's video, leave a like down below, and let's get started. Okay, now without further ado, let's hop into this video, and we're going to start this one off by kind of working backwards. I'm going to start by showcasing how you get the 96 overall player, then we'll talk about what you need to do to get him. Now, as you guys can see right here, to get the 96 overall BND Genki Force player in this game, you got to go to the store, and you got to go to the star offer tab right here, and you guys are going to see for 700 stars, which is a new currency EA put in this game, you get a 96 overall BND Genki Force champion. Now, on the screen right here is the 96 overall DK Metcalf. The card is absolutely nutty. The card is absolutely unbelievable. Yes, that's the player I'll be picking. And as you can see, it's a fantasy pack, so you can pick anyone. Now, how do we get up to 700 total stars in this game? Well, let me explain. Like I said before, we're going to be working backwards. We know what the goal is. The goal is 700 stars. Let's talk about how we can get it. Now, first things first, I'm going on over to the Genki Force Field Pass right here, and we're going to be talking about these objectives because for playing these objectives, as you guys can see, at level number 4, we get some stars. At level number 9, we get some stars, and so on and so forth. Now, after taking a look at some of the numbers, boys, if you were to play through every single mission in this game in the Genki Force tab right here, you would be getting a total of 22,000 XP. Now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, playing every single mission on day 1 is next to impossible, but for the sake of this video, let's say we get up to 22k XP. That would be level number 16, and that would mean we would get the level 14 reward, we would get the level 12 reward, the level 9 reward, and the level 4 reward. Now, taking a look at those rewards right there, if we run the numbers on them, you get 100 stars at level 14, you get 100 stars at level number 12, another 75 at level 9, and another 50 at level 4. The math on that means you get 325 stars in total. Now, along the way, you're also going to be getting more stars because as we take a look at our solo challenges, you get 1 star for every single star you earn in the solo challenges. Let me explain because that's kind of the same word twice. Doesn't make sense. But like I was saying, boys, for every single star you earn in the solo challenges, so for example, if I play this star on 5 stars this humble beginning solo, I'm going to get 5 Genki 4 stars. Now, simply enough, there's 20 challenges in here. You can get 5 stars in each solo challenge. That means you can get another 100 total stars for playing through these solos. Now, you're probably thinking, Swift, that's only 425 stars in total. 325 from the field pass, 100 from the solo challenges. How do we get the remaining stars? Well, if you go to the house rules tab right here and you play this Genki Clash house rules event, you get 15 stars for every win you get. So those are kind of the 3 ways you guys can earn stars in this game. I know that's kind of confusing, but let's talk about what you want to do right now to collect stars in the most efficient way possible. Because realistically, like I said, you're not going to be playing through every single mission today. Like, I don't think you're going to be winning 50 house rules games and 10 solo battles games today. Let's talk about what you want to do realistically today. Now, first things first, we're going to be going on over to our sets, and I would strongly suggest you guys do both of these missions right here. Complete 5 sets as well as a hero or champion set in this game, and conveniently enough, boys, I ran the numbers on this, and if you were to go through and do a champion Genki hero set, you actually make coins. So for DK Metcalf right here, as you guys can see, you got to put in 93 overall players. If you find 93s at 120,000 coins, which realistically is pretty easy to do, I'm going to show you guys my bids right here, but if you find them at 120k, 120 times 5 gives us a number of 600k, meaning you're spending 600k on this set. As you guys can see, I found one at 100,000 coins, so I definitely spent less than 600 to do this set. 600 though is kind of like your max, I'd say. Now, after spending those 600,000 coins, you guys are going to see that we are going to be getting a 96 overall DK Metcalf who is selling at about 680k. So we're making a little bit of profit. We're going through, we're completing a mission as well. I mean, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. I love it. And yeah, as you guys can see in the background right here, we're going to be selling off this DK Metcalf 96 OVR player at a price of about 680k, 680 right here. So we'll make a little coin. We love to see it. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Now, moving on, once you guys have done that, if you want to, you can do this set 4 more times, make coins every single time you do it, or if you want to do something that's a little bit cheaper, a little bit less expensive, go through and do the 86 overall Genki Force set right here. Again, that's going to ensure you're getting both of the missions done that I talked about. Now, once you guys have done that, let's move on to step number 2. Now, for step number 2, I'm going to have you go through and put in some of those Genki Force players in your lineup. Now, for step number 2, what I'm going to get you guys to do is go through and put 2 Genki Force players in your lineup. So for us right here, we've got this 86 overall Chris Moore as a backup wide receiver, and we've got an 86 Jonathan Hankins as a backup DT. Now, reason being is because next up, we're going to start playing through our solo challenges, and while we're playing our solos, we want to make sure we're getting progress on these 2 objectives right here, which require 2 Genki Force players in your lineup. So once you guys have done your sets, then it's time time to go through and hop on over to the Genki 4 solos. I'm not gonna lie, these are kind of a grind. I've only played through 11 of them, but it wasn't that quick. Now, honestly, I would say you should try and play through all these. If you don't want to play through all of them today, that's totally optional, but get a bit of progress on these. I would spend 30 to 45 minutes playing these. Try and get max stars on them because, again, for every star you get, that's another Genki 4 star, which helps us get the 96. Now, once you're done step number 1 and step number 2, you probably made some solid progress. As you guys can see, for me personally, I'm almost a quarter of the way to getting a 96 overall player. Your challenges mission should be completed. Your sets mission should be completed as well. I'm kind of lacking. Got to do that. And then once you've done that, boys, then I would honestly recommend you grind these stats missions. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love suggesting grinding stats, especially so early in a promo, but if you grind these stats today, you actually can get the free 96 today, so I'm gonna suggest it. Now, the two stats missions are forcing fumbles and rushing for 2,000 yards. Let's talk about it. Now, the forcing fumbles mission is really simple. Go on over to your legend solos, go on over to legend week 1 and week 2, and just play Richard Sherman's first solo. You're playing this on arcade mode. Now, there's kind of two ways you can go through and force fumbles in this game. The first one is getting a sack fumble. The second one is getting a hit stick fumble. So a sack fumble, very simply, we're just going to go through and call a play like spinner out of dollar. And basically all I'm doing is I'm looking to sack the quarterback, because if I sack the quarterback while running this play, I'm going to get a fumble every single time. Now, if they hand the ball off or if they throw the ball, you got to get a hit stick fumble. And if you get a hit stick, you're going to force a fumble literally every single time. So all you have to do is replay this solo 20 times over. I know that sounds like it's going to take a while, but in the background, as you can see, we literally got one forced fumble on the first play right here. And the second play, well, the QB just throws it to no one. But yeah, like I was saying, if you get a sack, you're also automatically going to force a fumble. So as you guys can see right there, we get the sack fumble just like that. We're already 10% of the way done that mission in like 30 seconds. Super quick. Then next up for the rushing yards, we're going to go on over to our legend solos. We're going to go to legend week number 5, and we're going to play Calvin Johnson's second challenge. This starts you off on the 10-yard line. You're playing against a really bummy team, I'm not going to lie. So you can go through and get 90 rushing yards every single time you play this solo. You got to play this about 20 times over to go through and complete the mission, but that's not going to take you all that long. Again, you should be able to score a touchdown on the first play. After I say that, watch me get tackled by someone, bro. Watch me get tackled by someone. Nah, I'm just kidding. The team's pretty bad that we're playing against. You can go through and run past basically every single defender. We're going to go through right here. We're going to score this touchdown rather simply. And again, replay that 20 times, complete the stats missions. Honestly, I would recommend grinding stats. It should only take you about 15 minutes per stat. Not horrible. Now, once you complete those first 3 steps, you're kind of in an interesting situation. Your stats will be done, your challenges will be done, your sets will be done, and you should have, I would suspect, around probably 300 to 400 stars in this game. You're probably at about like 350, maybe 400. Now, how do you get the final 300 stars to get the DK Metcalf? Well, you're gonna have to play house rules. Honestly, I don't really recommend head-to-head grinding to go through and get stars in this game. It can work. And then there's also this mission in the Genki 4 store where you'd have to spend stars to get XP. Again, that's not something we want to do, right? Because we want to hold on to those stars. So realistically, once we've gone through and played through those first 3 steps I talked about in this game, you're probably gonna have to grind house rules to get the 96 overall DK Metcalf. Like I said before, you get 15 stars per win. Running the numbers on that, if you need 300 stars, that means winning 20 games, which honestly isn't that bad. In about 20 minutes before I recorded this video, I won 5 games. It's not that difficult to get wins. As you guys can see, I was able to go through and win 5 games so far. So those are your steps to getting DK Metcalf in this game. Step number 1, go through, complete the set mission. Step number 2, play through all the solo challenges with Genki Force players in your lineup. Step number 3, grind the Genki Force stats. And step number 4, win about 20 house rules in this game. I know that might take a little bit of time, but that's how you can get DK Metcalf today in Madden 24. There's some other stuff to talk about like Jamal Williams as well as motivator players. We'll save that for another video because this one is getting pretty long. So if you're interested in Jamal Williams and you're interested in the motivator cards, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Until next time, boys, have a wonderful day. I'm out. Peace.